Welcome back to Top World Disc Golf for the back 12 holes of the Odyssey Challenge. Here's your scores from the first 12 holes. Andrew Miranda and Aviel Gomez are tied for the event at -18. Aviel really putting together a solid round at -9 for the round, and Miranda is trailing in his round total at -6. Joined by them are Joel Hyland and Gavin Gibson, also putting in some work but getting a little beat up. But you know what they say, back 9 snack time.
Or in this case back 12, but then it wouldn't rhyme, so we'll call it the back 9. It's been a fun layout to watch here, this DeLaveaga in reverse layout. Excited to see what holes we're going to see on this back 12.
Absolutely. Starting it off with a fun one. Tournament hole 13 plays from course hole 15, plays to course hole 14's short basket. So the drone here is flying one of the many lines that you can do. There's also a backhand hyzer line that you got to keep low. And then these guys also will show that there is an up and over play. So Aviel going to go for a grenade shot.
He does the index finger in grip for the grenade. I could see that.
Yeah, it didn't really work out. He's going to be pretty short there. Andrew Miranda is going to go for a grenade as well.
I guess he also uses that grip. I thought just the thumb in was more common, but maybe more guys are doing the index finger in as well these days.
Yeah, before we teed off on this one, Andrew actually confirmed with Aviel that that's how he did it. So I don't know if he normally does it like that or if he took a little page out of his book. Joel's going to go with the thumber.
Not bad.
And Gavin's going to go for that low backhand line.
Looking for a skip, and he gets it. Great shot.
It's kind of fun when a shot demands or gives you the option to throw all these different kinds of shots.
I agree. Aviel just pitching up. Going to get the par. Ooh, great step putt from Joel.
Yeah, another one. He had another great step putt in part 1.
All right, here's Andrew to take the solo lead. And he does.
Gavin to bounce back from that double bogey.
Nice. Good putt. Good drive. And Aviel saves the par.
Tournament hole 14. It's a pretty short hole, but it's got the little low ceiling factor. 235 feet. Basically a straight putter mid-range shot.
Andrew up first after that birdie and retaking the lead.
So he's going for his mid-range. Looks pretty perfect.
Indeed it is. Dot, as they say.
Yeah, taps the pole. It looks like Joel's going for more of a sidearm flexi putter.
Not the first hole where he has favored the forehand play. Seems to be one of his strengths. we saw him run a handful of forehand putts on the front 12 as well. Early release for Gavin there. Might be tricky up and down to save par from there. We'll see what he's left with. Aviel with another perfect hyzer flip up to flat. Thought no one would do better than Andrew, but he did right there. Maybe 1 or 2 feet closer.
Yeah, looked like he was trying to break the lock on there.
Yeah, that was a tricky upshot for Gavin. Still got a bit of a longer look for par.
Another step putt opportunity for Joel.
Oh, no. That's so annoying when that happens, when you just misjudge a low ceiling and do that. I have been there.
Spatial awareness just a little off.
Yeah.
Good par save.
And we're going to see some... Oh, first Joel's going to have the par putt before Aviel and Andrew get to tap in their perfect drives.
All right, couple birdies, couple pars. Our 2 leaders, or I guess 1 leader and 1 very close chaser, separating themselves more from the rest of the card.
Yeah, on to tournament hole 15. This is a tough one. The actual tee pad is a little bit left of where you saw the drone take off. So it's a temp tee pad near course holes 13's basket, and it plays to the peninsula of the kitchen hole. So it's a very kind of poke and pray hole, if you will. If you're throwing the backhand, you got to put it high and hope that it gets through the trees, or there is a forehand flex line that also has to get a little lucky.
Andrew with the low hyzer. Clip some trees there. Yeah, this one looks tough to get close to.
Yeah, even where Andrew was aiming, I think he missed his line a little bit, but even if he did that perfectly, it would have left him a uphill putt at the basket on the peninsula. This is more of the line I was imagining at Aviel. Just crash the trees and hope you get through, which it does not.
Oh, Joel lining up an Annie.
Yeah, an Anheuser or more of a roller.
Oh, you're right, a roller. Always love to see those.
Yeah, it didn't look like it worked. It goes completely around the backside, though.
Looks like it might be pretty obstructed over there. We'll see what he's left with.
Gavin last to throw. This looks decent if it can fight through. Yeah. Not an easy birdie look from over there.
Everyone's going to be scrambling a little bit to save pars at this point. I don't think we have any real birdie looks.
Yeah, I would imagine for a less than a sub 300-foot hole that this one played pretty difficult for a par 3.
Yeah, it averaged exactly par for the day, which is one of the harder holes we've seen so far. There were very few birdies.
We'll see if Avi can be one of them.
Oh, that branch might have been good without it. Tough to say.
Okay, Gavin's the last one to putt for birdie.
Oh, man, another branch. That one also was looking good. So no birdies on our card. One long look for par here from Joel, and then 3 tap-ins for par. Let's see if Joel can save his par here. And he can. There were only 3 birdies on the day on this hole from Top World Zone, Jacob Blair, and from Eli Haushelter. My apologies if I'm butchering that last name, Eli. And then finally, another player we've seen frequently on Top World coverage, Manny Torres.
Yeah, at this point in the round, Manny's also putting together a great round from chase card. He's currently in third place, 5 strokes back of Avi and Andrew. This is a fun one. Plays from the kitchen course hole 12's tee pad, and the drone is flying one of the lines you can attack here, a backhand hyzer, but it's really got to get lucky through all these different trees. So some of these players have learned that actually a forehand roller off the tee has the best percentage to get close to the basket. So I think we're going to see a lot of players opt for that.
Well, that's always fun to see. I'm a fan.
Yep, Andrew up first, going for that forehand roller.
Fun little hole. This is the kind of hole you pretty much only see in a safari layout like this. There is no course out there that I know of with a hole that's designed in this fashion. Yep, Avi lining up the same shot.
Gets through everything. Curls
Nice.
back. Look like he'd be in the circle, maybe circle's edge. And Joel going for kind of the more obvious line just to play down the trail that you would normally walk up to for this hole. And he's just going to land short. Pin high left.
Looks like we're getting yet another line here from Gavin. I guess it didn't work out. It was looking good.
Yeah, it's got to miss so much.
Yeah. Man, tough little 157 footer here. Average 2.64.
Yeah, there's really no local advantage to this layout.
Yeah.
None of these players having much time to practice it, so it's cool to see the different lines that it brings out of them.
Just left side for Andrew. Avi with the last birdie opportunity on our card. Oh, Andrew up first, coming back for his par. So Avi with this birdie look has the opportunity to tie it back up at the top. Nice.
The forehand roller birdie.
Dude, he's playing so hot this round.
Yeah, 11 down through 16 holes. Ties it up at -20 with Andrew Miranda.
Joel saves the par. See here if Gavin can do the same. And he can.
So now the players are going to cross the road and go over to course or tournament hole 17. So this is a temp tee pad near course hole 9, and it plays to hole 10's long basket. So the drone here is probably flying the sidearm line to get there, or maybe a backhand turnover shot. A pretty difficult hole at 375 and lots of woods to navigate to get there. You do have the OB road beyond the basket, which could come into play on an upshot as well. I think Avi's opting for his Z Glide here. Not a mold that you see a ton of players bag.
Well, there it goes, gliding. As the name implies. He's got a long look for a birdie, and this is a tough one. Averaging 3.2.
Yeah, like a few of these holes, there's not really a defined line on this one. But this looks pretty good, the high sidearm line.
Oh, yeah. Great drive. Joel likes what he saw from Andrew. Tries the same line. Oh, dude, that was so close to being great, I think. Too bad he clipped that little branch. Gavin's going to try the backhand turnover. Nice and high, turning. Don't fade too much. Yeah. Good release and angle and everything. Perhaps just a little less stable of a disc would have been perfect for that. Yep, he's just laying up for the par. Smart play.
Another flick putt coming.
Or just a flick layup in this case.
Yeah.
Perfectly executed. I think we got a couple birdie looks here. Yeesh.
He wanted it. So Miranda with a chance to take the lead back.
Oh, no. That's a mental lapse there. A little meat left on the bone, as I've been saying a few times this round. Coming back for par here for Andrew. And if Andrew had made that putt, he would have been the only birdie of the day on this hole. Which means there were 0 birdies, which is kind of surprising to me since we saw 2 out of our 4 players on the lead card have a look at birdie. You got to imagine some other players in the field had opportunities, but I guess no one was able to capitalize on this one.
Wow, that is surprising.
Yeah.
All right, bunch of pars then.
Which is how it played for the field. 80% par, 20% bogey. No double bogeys, no birdies.
All right, players are going to cross the road again. And you see the Mando on that tree there, so you got to stay left of that. Play down this low ceiling fairway. And you got a couple man-made obstacles with the tee pad and the benches and the spool there. So you got to miss all that in order to give yourself a look at birdie. I think the best line is probably a sidearm or a low backhand.
Another hyzer flip coming up here, I'm sure. Didn't quite get it to turn in time. Might be kind of tricky to save par from there. Ooh, what is Andrew looking at here?
Yeah, I did not see this line. Very high.
Wow. Yeah, flexing back. It looks like a good angle. Just helicopters down. Let's see where the... Oh, perfect drive. Wow. Well executed. Creative line. Perfect execution. Gotta love it. Oh, no. Well, made the mandatory at least, I guess, but that is going to be a real tricky par save from there.
This looks good. Got to miss everything. Oh, just short.
Hit that stump a little, I think, but would have been short either way. Yeah, this one looks tough to access, which is why it's more impressive that Andrew was looking skyward for an alternative line there, take all the obstacles out of play. Oh, no. Jeez. Went from being a tough par save to now it's going to be a tough bogey save. Cut roller. Too many leaves on the ground. Cut rollers are so risky unless the terrain is perfect for them because you got to force them down at such an angle that they're very likely to kind of slide out a little and do exactly what that one did.
It's like you said, Avi's got a tough par save here. Goes for a little skipper. Puts it perfectly close.
Very nice. But Andrew's close, so he's got a good chance of retaking the solo lead here after we see Joel's, fourth now? Yep, so that's going to be a putt for double bogey there. He found the trouble on this one.
Ouch.
A nice chip up from Gavin. Joel for double bogey. Well, at least he made that. That's a rough one.
Yeah, erasing a lot of his hard work now with the double bogey there and a couple bogeys earlier. He's back to even par on the round. And this is for Miranda to take the lead.
Very nice. Well, at least Avi saves the par. He's only one stroke back again. A lot of back and forth.
Yeah, another short hole coming. Tournament hole 19 plays from 8A's fairway to 8's basket. So it's a tight little line initially, and then you got to get a little lucky here. But if you land anywhere here, you should have a putt right around circle's edge. So just put it close enough and give yourself a chance.
This looks like a pretty fun shot.
Yeah, right through the field goal post there.
Yep. Just a little left for Andrew. Kicks left. Should be an easy par, possibly a long look at birdie, depending on what obstacles are in his way.
Yeah, Avi going for a similar line, little sidearm. Finishes more right, though. That looks pretty good.
Oh, he might get that stroke right back. We'll see.
I'd love to see a little tree kick ace on this hole.
Wow. That was a heck of a window. And he's got a look. Obviously not the intended line, but he'll take it. Uh-oh.
Squares up the eucalyptus. So now he's from the depths of the low road. Not a good spot to be, even on this safari type layout.
Oh, well executed upshot though. He's got a chance to save the par. Oh, that line looks so good. Just a little bit high on the step putt for Gavin there. Okay. Andrew's closer than I thought. Unobstructed putt. And gotta love the clap before it goes in. Sometimes it just felt right.
Yeah, right out of his hand. He knew it was in. So now Avi's going to need a birdie to stay one stroke behind Andrew.
Doesn't let the pressure get to him.
Cool, calm, and collected.
Two birdies, two pars.
This is a fun one. Hole 20, tournament hole 20 It plays from a temp tee pad near course hole 8, and it is a par 4, so it plays around this kind of dog leg turn. There is a mando, so it does kind of force you to take this route, but you can cut it a little bit more inside to give yourself a look at eagle. In round 1, Miranda did have the look for eagle, so we know it's possible. He didn't convert, but there definitely is potential for it. So he's looking high, trying to get that hyzer that skips down and hopefully have a look. Just has to get around that giant tree, the fork tree. That's the mando for this one. And it does.
Oh, wow. What a drive. It's got to look for the eagle. Looks like a good line from Aviel as well. Yeah, that's probably a layup from there.
Yeah, exactly. Not in a good spot to run it for 2.
Get through.
Gavin's disc fights through, so it's too short to be an eagle look, but should have a birdie opportunity from there.
A little reset from Joel after maybe tripping on some roots on this temp tee pad.
Yeah, not the flattest tee pad.
He's going for a line kind of just up and over. Oh, that's good. Let's see if he runs it. It's a scary putt. Maybe about 50 feet. Aviel, I'm sure, is just laying up here. Hey, not the best layup. It's going to be a tough birdie putt.
And with Miranda, with an opportunity at eagle, he needs to make that to keep pace. Running out of holes here.
Yep. All right, he looks like he's lining this up. Guess you might as well at this point, having a tough round, might as well go for some highlights. Oh, just low.
So close.
I admire the commitment.
All right, Andrew. Get redemption on that earlier par eagle shot.
Oh, no. Man, I wanted to see the eagle. And he's got a bit of a comebacker here. Slid down the hill a little ways, maybe circle's edge. Oh, maybe a little outside the circle. He did it again. Man, poor guy. What did I call it on the front nine? A pargle?
Another pargle. And Avi with a chance to take a stroke. Jams
and
it
he
in.
capitalizes. Wow, not what I would have expected. And another kind of tweener par 4 here, but we had no eagles on the day.
Yeah, and with that, Aviel ties it up and takes the box. So he's got a little momentum in his favor headed into the last couple holes.
Yep, 4 holes to go, tied up. That's what we want to see. Keep things exciting. Good birdie putt from Gavin there.
Tournament hole 21 is a 370-foot par 3. Plays from a temp tee pad on the right side of course hole 7, playing to course hole 6. So there is the OB water retention area on the right side of these trees, and it's a pretty unique line. I think the power sidearm is probably the best way to get the birdie. You got to make it over those piles of wood chips as well. Another obstacle at the end of the fairway.
Wanted the flip up, but not quite the hyzer flip to turnover. So a little too much turn there. He's going to be in the rough. Wow, that was just a grip lock.
Joel's got the big sidearm. See if he can execute.
Nope. That's going to be tough from down there, too. All right, let's see if we can see a good drive. One opportunity left. Almost. Well, doesn't look like we're going to see any birdies from our lead card on this one.
Yeah, not going to count them out yet, but those weren't great drives. It was a great upshot from Joel, though.
Nice. He's going to save the par, most likely. Almost certainly, I would say.
Gavin from a very tough spot. Going to have to go with the little turnover. Right in the pile of wood chips.
Yep. Thankfully, they're not that tall. I don't think they should really be an obstacle for him. Nice little chip up from Andrew. Easy par. And okay, so Avi has kind of a look here. I thought he was more to the right in those oak trees. Little floaty Anheuser bid, not bad. And it's a long par save opportunity here for Gavin. Wow, perfect putt. Right in the heart.
Yeah, excellent. This putter's been a little bit off today compared to what we've seen in the past, but that probably felt pretty good.
All right, looks like everyone's going to save their par here. Gavin with the most impressive par save of the group. And still tied at the top with 3 to go.
Yep, tournament hole 22. 405-foot par 3, but plays a little bit longer because it is uphill. So you're playing from course tee pad 5, plays to course hole 3's basket. So in order to get there, you do have to have about, over 430 feet or so of power to really give yourself a good opportunity for birdie. So pretty tough hole for these guys.
Yeah, this is actually the hardest hole of the day. Averaged 3.24.
Aviel gripping his Ballista Pro. It's a nice skip, but pretty short.
Yep, probably just a layup for par from there, but that is what the majority of the field did on this hole, so he's likely not going to lose strokes, but Andrew does have power, so we'll see if he can get there.
We can par from there.
Not the best effort there from Gavin. You think he was trying for the cut roller there? Or just it was meant to be a flex, but it was too low? Hard to tell. Either way, not great. I just noticed the duct tape on Miranda's shoe there. He must really love those shoes if he wants to salvage them still.
No, he said that he actually forgot his good disc golf shoes for this event, so he just had to work with what he brought. But duct tape fixes everything.
It sure does. And he ended up in a weird little spot there in that netting or fence that protects that tree. We'll see if he has a putt out of there. And Joel and Gavin both chipping up. Should be saving their pars. Okay, with the direction of the basket, it doesn't look like the fencing is actually in his way like I thought it would be. Yeah, he's just inside there, but it's not in his way. Oh, what a bid.
Gave it a chance.
All right. I'm guessing from Aviel's angle here, the tree is probably right in his way, so he's just going to chip a little hyzer around, lay up, take the par. Yep. Sit down. Yep. Gavin first up for the par saves. And as the rest of the players presumably tap in their pars here, I got to shout out the one birdie of the day on this hole from Ezra Hapner, who we've seen on Top World coverage before. Well done.
Pars from Andrew and Aviel, so we'll stay tied headed into the last two. Exciting stuff.
Well, the last Top World coverage we saw a playoff between Andrew Miranda and Manny Torres. Maybe we're going to see another playoff in this one.
Yeah, speaking of Manny Torres, I heard he aced this hole in round one. So,
wow.
You'll see it's a very challenging hole to birdie, much less ace. 332 feet playing uphill, plays from course hole 3's attempt tee pad, and then plays to course hole 2's long basket. So it's the line is basically a huge hyzer, and it's got to land pretty gently there on the hard pan, or else there is that dangerous cliffside that we've seen on course hole 2.
Yeah, which means Manny's ace probably would have gone way down the hill if it didn't go in the basket. That's a crazy ace.
Yeah, pretty cool one to get when there's so many short holes out here in this layout. And Avi's not going to have much of an opportunity for birdie after that drive, so we'll see if Andrew can put the pressure on here. Looks a little wide if I had to guess. Yeah, up near the acacia tree, so that's a pretty easy par there, but a very scary birdie. And it's rolling away. So a little roll after the fact from Gavin.
Gavin with a nice floaty anhyzer, but not enough on it. That is likely not going to be a par save. And with that oak tree in the way, it's looking like Aviel doesn't really have much of a run. Oh, I guess he's trying the hyzer putt around it. Yeah, I think he was going for that. I take that back. It sits down, though. Should be an easy par. Gotta imagine that Andrew's just going to lay this up and try to either win on the last hole or potentially push it to a playoff, depending on how it goes. He had a less obstructed look there than I thought he would, but still left it a little wide. Yes, another good step putt from Joel. He's been having a really up and down round, but I feel like he's had a ton of those step putt highlights.
Yeah, a little bit of redemption there. So Avi's going to tap in his par and Miranda as well. So like you said, tied up going into the last hole. Potential for the win on the final hole or a playoff. Headed on to the final hole of the day. It's like a mini top of the world. Plays from attempt tee pad near course hole 1 to top of the world hole 27's long basket. So it's basically a sidearm line to control the distance. You don't want to go into the OB road, which is OB on and beyond. And Joel's going to have the box first after that good birdie on the previous hole.
Yeah, Keenan getting the fist bump. Gotta love it when they fist bump the camera operators.
Thanks, Gavin. Maybe too much sauce on it. He's going to be flirting with that OB road.
Oh, yeah. You heard the classic parking lot yell. Even without the standard layout, there's still people yelling parking lot out here at DeLaveaga. All right. Pressure's on here. Let's see what he can do.
Looks pretty good.
Playing for a big skip. Just behind that tree, but he'll probably have a hyzer putt around it.
Yeah, should be a little obstructed from there, but we'll see what he can manufacture. See if Andrew can put it even closer.
Yeah.
Probably about the same distance, but less obstructed putt.
Can see Avi in the back chatting with his caddy, his dad, Santos.
Gavin with the high flex forehand comes up a little short, but probably threw it high to make sure he didn't make the mistake that Joel made here. Joel running one more forehand, quote-unquote, putt, more like a forehand approach in that case, but definitely running it. Comebacker for par here. Comebacker for bogey because of the OB. Oh, he's going to end on a double. Put him back to even for the round. Not his best effort today, but he had some highlights at least. And here's Aviel. Oh, he went through the tree. Interesting. Almost worked for him. Well, that gives Miranda a chance to win it right here. If he can make his putt. Well, I guess I was expecting him to be next, but I guess it's Gavin first. Oh, just a little left. Oh, Andrew's closer than I thought. I thought he was about the same distance as Aviel, just without the tree in the way, but he looks like 25, 27 feet here.
For the win. Moves in again.
Yep.
Your champion, Andrew Miranda. What an exciting battle.
Yeah, that was fun. And what a round from Aviel, man. Like, chasing Andrew Miranda down, shooting 13 under this round, tying it up with him multiple times. Only ends up losing to him by one stroke. What a battle. Great playing from both of those guys.
Yeah, future stars representing California. I'm excited to see what they do.
Congratulations to your 2024 Odyssey MPO champion, Andrew Miranda.
John Mata of Top World presenting the trophy to our champion. Some congratulations from the family.
Well, another Top World tournament in the books. Another victory for Andrew Miranda, but very exciting this time. Aviel did not let him run away with this one. He sure had to work for it.
Exciting stuff and an awesome layout. Thanks to all the tournament staff and volunteers. And like you said, what a great round from both of these top players. Aviel putting 13 down on the final round to lose on that final hole, but nothing to be ashamed of. Andrew Miranda taking it down. And here's your top 10 from the tournament. Andrew Miranda in the lead, and followed by Avi, and of course Emmanuel Torres right there. And some other top world names. Owen Forrest also close behind, and Gavin Gibson fell off a little bit, but nothing to be ashamed of there either. And Jacob Blair climbing his way into the top 10. Thanks for joining us at Top World Disc Golf. I'm Keenan, Dalton, and Paavo Stubstad joining me. We'll see you in the next one.
Don't forget to like and subscribe and share this video. Stay tuned for the finale.